Hello guys, welcome to the very first episode of Backbench Weekly, a no filter, no boring roundup of everything cool I found this week. So this is a series in which I'll be doing videos at the end of every week, where I'll be talking about things that I found cool every week, ranging from cars, smartphones, technology, movies, etc. So without any further ado, let's go. So the first thing that I found cool this week was the Volkswagen's Golf GTI. So Volkswagen launched a car called Golf GTI where only 150 units were launched in India. So the first time I saw this car itself, I was taken aback. I was like, whoa, that looks really good. So let's just dig into some pictures of the car here. So the way this car looks itself, so this is one of my favorite colors, Nardo Grey. So the Golf GTI is launched at around 53 lakhs ex-showroom, and it comes with around 265 bhp horsepower, and it has a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. It does 0 to 100 in 5.9 seconds. That is blisteringly fast. So the Golf GTI is essentially a hatchback, and it's termed as a hot hatch. Hot hatch means that it is blisteringly fast. It has got immense performance in the shape of a hatchback. So this hatchback, for reference, is faster than most of the BMWs, Benz, Mercedes Benzes and Audis out there. So what makes this special and why do people pay this premium is because of the latest advancements and the latest technology that are present inside it. So this comes with a 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine. So let's take, say for example, a Skoda Octavia VRS 245. So VRS 245 has 245 bhp horsepower. So when you accelerate the car in a straight line, you don't feel that much wheel spins or wheel hops in a Golf GTI. That's because the power is delivered perfectly, or there is no power loss via wheel spinning or wheel hopping on in this car. So the way this car looks is insanely good. So when I was on my way back, I saw a red Golf GTI and I parked my car and I just gazed at it for 5 minutes. That's how beautiful this car is. So talking about Golf GTI and luxury cars, there were 2 other cars that were launched as well: Mercedes CLA and BMW 2 Series. So the way the Mercedes-Benz CLA looks, I find it a bit more appealing than the new 2 Series. I don't quite like the looks of the new BMW 2 Series. It's kind of looks like a Ford, but jokes apart, I like the way the Mercedes looks. So talking about specs, let's deep dive a bit more into the specs of the new CLA in 2025. So the CLA is expected to launch in India by the end of 2025 in both electric as well as IC engine options. So if you're in the market to go for an entry-level sedan, I'd say wait for the CLA. Compare the CLA with the 2 Series and then make it go. So when you talk about the 2 Series, it's not just the looks. The previous BMW 2 Series came with a 2-liter turbocharged engine, but here now it comes with a 1.5-liter engine. On paper it turns out 154 horsepower and around 250 or 260 odd newton meters of torque, if I'm not wrong. So for reference, Volkswagen Virtus GT produces 150 horsepower and around 250 newton meters of torque. So why pay that extra premium to get a BMW when you can get a Virtus or a Skoda Slavia to get the same amount of performance? For me, that doesn't make sense. So just don't go for the 2 Series, is my opinion as a petrol head. So then talking about the elephant in the room, Mercedes also launched a new car, the GLS AMG Edition. So the AMG Edition is it's not a full-fledged GLS 650 AMG. It's just the GLS 450 getting an AMG treatment where they've given it extra alloy wheels, blackened out the chrome treatments. I really like dechroming cars, but when I saw the AMG Edition of this particular GLS 450, I really love the way they have done the alloy wheels, the way they've blackened out everything. The only one thing that I found disappointing was the front grille. They could have made the grille same as what they offered in the GLS AMG, that is the 63 AMG, or the vertical slats. They could have brought the vertical slats here, but rather they just chose to keep the horizontal slats, which, for my personal opinion, I kind of prefer the vertical slats over this. So that is another car that was launched this week. So these are the three main cool cars that caught my attention, and the one car that I really loved was the Golf GTI. The Golf GTI just won my heart. I mean, just seeing the way the interiors were done, the exteriors were done, the way the car looks. I mean, it's not a small car. It's actually a car as big as a Hyundai Creta, and the car is also very low to the ground. So when you see that car itself, it was love at first sight for me. So now, moving away from cars, in the technology space, two new smartphones were launched: the Galaxy Fold 7 and the Galaxy Flip 7. So now we can see a transition towards phones becoming slimmer and slimmer. So that is what I felt when I first saw this phone. That is, the phones have become a lot more slimmer. It has become a lot more sleeker. And I personally loved the way the new Galaxy Fold 7 looks. But yeah, it's quite pricey. But I mean, for that price, we are still stuck in a slab of phone. So we have reached a saturation in terms of design for a particular smartphone, because that is the amount of things that can be brought into the design perspective of a phone has reached a particular saturation point. Now the only thing that people are trying to improve are cameras and the processing capabilities, and that too just marginal improvements there as well. So in that kind of space, doing something this bold and bringing new designs is actually very nice. So when you talk about Samsung, you have to talk about Apple. So Apple is launching its iPhone 17 series this September, and there are rumored leaked images of the iPhone 17 lineup. So what's rumored is that the iPhone 17 models, that is a normal 17, will also get the 120 Hz display, that is the ProMotion display, and there will also be a new 17 Air, which will be a thin variation of the iPhone 17. So I can see the transition towards slimmer phones that most of the brands do. So that it kind of looks good. And then we also have the 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max. So the design has, they've tried to change the design a bit from the 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max. So evolution wise, if you start observing from an iPhone 13, on the back side, if you see an iPhone 13 Pro and an iPhone 16 Pro, you wouldn't be able to say much of a difference, because the cameras, the design looks kind of like the same. And at the front, from the iPhone 14 Pro to the iPhone 16 Pro, it all has a dynamic character. I mean, you can't spot the difference quite easily. But I think that's going to change with the new iPhone 17, because they've drastically changed. I mean, not drastically. They've brought some kind of change in the design. So let's see. So I'll put some leaked images here of the iPhone 17 lineup. So this is how the iPhone 17 lineup looks like. So the next big thing is the new movie Superman. So I was really excited to watch Superman. David Corenswet acting as Superman, James Gunn's adaptation of the movie Superman. And the first time I watched the trailer itself, it gave me goosebumps. That is, it gave me the old Christopher Reeves vibe. And that kind of got me hyped, because I really loved Man of Steel. Man of Steel is still till date my favorite Superman movie. So I really loved it. When I watched Man of Steel, my mind was blown, because the way they portrayed Superman's strength and power. I mean, there's a scene where when Superman flies, there is a sonic boom. What you see in a jet, the air around it. When they portrayed that, that kind of reflected the amount of power or amount of strength, pure strength Superman had. So when I was going to watch the new Superman movie, that is the baseline I had in mind. So my expectations were the movie to be better than that. So I mean, as a movie, I really loved the new Superman movie. It was really good. The story was really good. I really loved how the different characters were brought on. But the one disappointment that I had was Superman was not that strong in this movie. I mean, Henry Cavill's Superman was way more superior than this Superman. I mean, they tried portraying that was a scene where Superman falls into an anti-proton river, and if it was any normal human being, he would have been gone to ashes. But Superman still survived it. That shows his power. But then I didn't get that connection with Superman. That is that intense raw power of Superman. Because that is what I felt when I watched Man of Steel. I actually felt the intense raw power from Superman. The way he flies, the way he bursts into thin air like when he flies. No, that is the one thing that I was not able to connect here in this movie. Apart from that, I really loved the movie. The movie was really good. James Gunn could have made Superman a bit more strong. So what I've heard is that James Gunn was trying to make Superman a bit more grounded. But this kind of looked a bit too much grounded for me. It's my quiet take on it. And the one other movie that I saw was F1. Oh, F1 blew my mind. F1 was to another level. I mean, the perfection of the shots. I mean, the way they carried forward those shots. It was too good. I mean, me being a car motor enthusiast, I really enjoyed watching the movie. It's a must watch. I suggest that you guys do watch the movie. So these are the cool things that I found this week. So I'll be back with the next set of cool things that I find next week. So stay tuned for that. So till next time, I'll see you guys next one. Bye bye.